people equally respected, even if you don't believe in God. When I was in US, they said, if you don't trust in God, you're not recognized. The Buddhists have problem there. But India recognizes everybody. India is also a country which recognizes the communism, the monarchy. Today in the parliament, we have ex-kings and their families represented in large numbers. Though they are not recognized as kings in their country as legally, but the people of India has no malice against them. So India has so much to offer, and why India is not coming forward. I was recently in Australia, and I met the ex-Prime Minister Paul Keating. Paul Keating is considered in Australia what Margaret Thatcher is in UK as a big reformer. He's an active man writing books. And he told me that I have been telling my friends in China and US that why don't you engage with India? But I found that the Indian leadership is so busy in their own work, trying to mess up their own country, that they are not able to move forward and play a role in the world. But I was very glad to see a new India emerging from this in 2014. Only yesterday, we had a young man becoming the chief minister of this state we are living, and from nowhere, he changed the rules of politics with one simple formula: corruption-free India, which is the desire for all Indians, whether in India or outside India. Especially global Indians get very worried when they hear this, that India is being seen as one of the corrupt countries in terms of rating. One idea, and the youth was behind it. And he had said that, and this has proved that anybody can get into politics. And that's happening. Suddenly, people from different walks of life are entering into Indian politics. So when India is changing, which is for the world best, why not work towards changing the world? And the politicians and the other people, whether they come from business field, whether they come from professional field, whether they come from other fields, should work towards making India to bring the big change from this G2 to G3. If India becomes part of this, then I think peace has a chance. Otherwise, the things will not change. Otherwise, we will not have, I have Dr. Walsh hands going up, so I think we have one supporter there. But he's not the only one. I told you about Australia. I'm telling you about Singapore. I'm telling you about Middle East. I'm telling you about Africa. All these countries, which are small, which wants equality, which does not want violence, they are the people who want to back India. And that's why India has to just come forward and play this role in this new program, which we are doing in 2015 in United Nations. And in this time, we are talking global politics. We are not mixing words. We are not saying that slight reform on religion, reform on international trade, it won't help. I think what Dr. Walsh said, that is a thing of the past. The whole rules of the game needs to be changed. When India can change these rules in their own country, why can't they change in the world? If India can become corruption-free, the world can become violence-free. And that's where India's role has to be there, and that's where India has to come forward. China is already doing its job. US is already doing its job. But if you have to give this ship a right direction, you require a visionary who has the vision for peace, who has a vision of world as one family, who has a vision of equality and non-violence. And I think India is very rightly fitted for it. I'm here on behalf of Singapore also to say that Singapore and ASEAN and Australia and Middle East and African countries will support if India comes forward and take this leadership to replace the leadership which is existing only by China and US. In any leadership, it is important. The thought leadership is much more important than anything else. And the world today requires a thought leadership. We have among us one of the thought leaders of India. I know him very well, Salman Khurshid ji. He is not just an external affairs minister. That is by chance he has got that post. But he has much more than that. He is a human being which truly represents these qualities of India, of a global leadership. I urge people like him to not only look for their role in the Indian politics, but come forward and take their role in the global politics. And I'm sure he will get the support not only of people from India, but people of the world. Thank you very much.